we are going for redemption. It is time to fill out our March Madness second chance bracket for the Sweet 16 and on.
I will say, man, I enjoyed most of my picks. I felt like a lot of them were good. I had some heartbreakers in Santa Clara and Vandy, but BYU, man, screw you, man. And AJ DeBanza, screw you.
It's totally valid. But no need to fear, James. You didn't get the final four correct on your first go. We're going to give it another shot. Every year, ESPN offers the second chance challenge, so we are going to submit our second chance bracket right now. We start in the East. We got Duke and John Shire going up against St. John's and Rick Pitino. This should be a fun region all in all. The Sweet 16 in the East is crazy, but where do you got between Duke and St. John's?
Look, in my original bracket, I have St. John's going to the Final Four. I'm still going to ride that. If I want, if I'm going with the upset, this is my upset of the week just because I don't think Texas has it, and we'll talk about that later. But no, I want Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino, as an underdog of 5 points, has covered the spread 6-2, but he's pulled the upset 3 times out of that. I'm going to go with the better coach, and I'm going to go with the more physical team. Give me St. John's with Duke being inconsistent in this tournament.
I like it, James. Next matchup, Michigan State and UConn. Michigan State is my Final Four pick to come out of this region, so we're going to have to go with Michigan State here. Tom Izzo versus Dan Hurley. I love that coaching matchup. It's just the heavy weights of coaching are in the East region. So we'll come back to the Elite Eight in a little bit. Let's go down to the South. Iowa versus Nebraska, James. Where are you going?
I'm only going one way. It's for you, Father. Give me Nebraska Cornhuskers. Give me the Cornhuskers, man. Screw Iowa, man.
I love that
the Missouri River.
I love that these rivals are meeting here. All right, Illinois and Houston. This is going to be an absolute bar fight of a matchup in Houston. I don't think U of H is going to lose that game, which is essentially a home game for them. They get back to the Elite Eight. All right, over to the West. Arizona and Arkansas, James. Darius Acuff?
Yes, Darius Acuff. That guy's a bucket getter. And, hey, another head coach, John Calipari. Hey, I'm going to give them the edge over the team with the better record.
All right, Texas and Purdue. If there's one thing you need to know about me, it's my dad's an Aggie, and I'm a Coug. And in our house growing up, it was always horns down. So I'm going with the Purdue Boilermakers to get the win and move on to the Elite Eight.
Yep.
James, Michigan versus your Roll Tide of Alabama.
All I know is I'm going to say my answer, and you're going to pick the other team. But Roll Tide, bring in the rain, bring in the three-pointers, bring in Nate Oates, and yep, you put Michigan.
All right, Tennessee versus Iowa State. I have Tennessee in the Elite Eight, but James, I'll allow you to veto me if you're a big believer in Iowa State.
I'm only a big believer in Iowa State because Rick Barnes usually falls flat in the Sweet 16. That's the only reason why. Tennessee's been great. They've been in the Sweet 16 the last 4 years. So they're a great team. They're a great coach. It's just something about when the lights get bright. I got to go with Iowa State, man.
All right. Back up to the East. St. John's and Rick Pitino versus Michigan State and Tom Izzo. James, each of us are going against each other here. Your pick was St. John's in this region. My pick is Michigan State. How are we going to sort this one out?
I don't know. Let's just do this right now, man. Heads or tails. I don't have a coin, but we're going to figure it out.
Okay. I'm going to go heads.
All right, it's heads, man. Put Michigan State down.
All right. Michigan State coming out of the East. All right, down to the South, Nebraska versus Houston. James, I know we actually agree on this one. Is it go Cougs or is it go Cougs?
Hey, these are my champions, so I got to go with the Cougs, man. I got to get the most points possible. But would I love Nebraska in an upset? You know it, man. I would love it.
All right, back up to the West, Arkansas versus Purdue. Is this the year the Purdue finally gets over the hump, James?
No. Give me woo, pigs.
Yeah, Darius Acuff will not be denied. And down to the Midwest, the only region that we have a 1 versus 2 seed in, Michigan or Iowa State, James?
Give me Michigan.
Yeah, I think we got to go Michigan here. It'd be insane if there were no 1 seeds in the Final Four. On the left side of the Final Four in Indianapolis, Michigan State versus Houston. It's going to be a tough one, but James, We got to keep going with the Cougs, right?
We gotta keep going with the Cougs, man.
Cougs.
Now we're just getting all our high pitched noises out there.
It's March Madness. All right, Arkansas versus Michigan, James.
As much as I want to say woo pig suey, this is where the height and the depth of Michigan comes in. Give me go blue.
All right, and in the championship, Houston versus Michigan. James, we both picked Houston before the tournament. Do we turn back now?
No. As they say, man, when we have a parlay, we ride it out. We ride with the Cougs, man, and get that championship in Indy.
Yep, I'm with it. How many points in the tiebreaker?
Spence, I'm going to say this. If I get 137 as a total over-under, I'm going under. But if I get like 125, I go over. So let's go 131.
131 for the points in the championship game. All right, James, that is our second chance bracket. Just looking at it, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I'm really excited about the Arkansas pick. That's what I hope happens just because of what Acuff can do for the Arkansas Razorbacks. I won't be surprised what happens out of St. John's and Michigan State. 2 head coaches, 2 legendary. For me, yeah, no, I like this. I like this a lot, man. Let's go undefeated in this bracket, man.
I think we did a good job of mixing logic with vibes as we went through this. Yeah. And we have a 1 versus 4 and a 2 versus 3 in the final 4. I don't think it gets more parity than that. I really think we did a good job with our second chance bracket. But y'all let us know in the comments what has changed in your second chance bracket. Do you still have the same final 4? And who do you got winning the championship as of right now as we head into the Sweet 16 starting tonight? Make sure you stay with us on Big Game Energy. We are posting content all throughout the NFL offseason, and we are following the March Madness tournament all the way to the end with the national championship in Indianapolis. So subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Man, I can't believe I enjoy saying woo pig suey. Man, that sounded so weird.
Woo pig, woo pig.